vastly outnumbered by the Japanese captors. They were not able to resist, and they were soldiers who were trained to kill. We were mostly women and children and old people, and we had no weapons. But there were times when the Jews did fight back. In many countries in Europe, by rowing groups of Jewish partisans who attacked the Nazis when they could. Prisoners in Sobibor camp rioted against the Nazis, and many of them escaped. And in the Warsaw Ghetto, less than 500 Jewish youngsters took up arms and fought so hard that the Nazis needed 40 days and airstrike to defeat them. You may wonder, were all the Germans evil? I don't think so. Not all of the townspeople who I saw or soldiers who were working in the camps were evil. Probably not all of them wanted to take part in the atrocities that occurred there. I remember there was one guard in the Tower of Jehoshaphat in the coal mine company where I worked, who was a Slovak guard, would throw me a piece of bread on many occasions. I don't know if he helped anybody else or if other prisoners got compensated in the same manner. Unfortunately, in this world, you don't have to have a majority of evil people for bad things to happen. You only need a small percentage who are truly evil and large number of regular people to stand by and do nothing for such horrors to take place. At the time this happened, the Germans were considered to be one of the world's most educated, sophisticated, advanced country. But because the world did not stop them, the war they started killed somewhere between 40 and 50 million people. You may ask, do I hate Germans for what they did to me, to my family, and to thousands upon thousands of innocent people? There's no way that I could forgive those who participated in the Holocaust, but I cannot hate the current German people. That is because hating is a sickness. What hurts me the most today is that there are anti-Semites who hide the fact that they try to convince people that the Holocaust never happened. They're writing propaganda books. We all need to be aware of that. These people exist, and we all must be prepared to shout, never again, and never forget. We will forever remember that many thousands of Nazi SS soldiers took part in the extermination of the Jewish people and have never come forward and confessed to the crimes that they committed. And I have not seen anyone asking for forgiveness from the survivors of the Holocaust from God Almighty. I think there is one German that is being now judged, and he's the only one that asked forgiveness from the Nazis, and he's been adjudicated. The earth of Germany, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Russia, Croatia, Lithuania are soaked with the Jewish blood forever. We cannot ever forgive those who took part in the direct annihilation of innocent Jewish people. I'm sure that God has a special place in hell for them. I would like to offer a few final thoughts. As I always say, God helps those that help themselves. Looking back, If the Jews had run in all different directions and the surrounding nations had been there to help them, most of us would have survived. Remember, you are the king in your home, and nobody has the right to move you from your home. My motto is, God helps those that help themselves. There is a poem by a man who was a Lutheran pastor who was imprisoned by the Nazis in concentration camp and during World War II. After the war, he regretted that he did not do more to help the victims of the Nazis. His name is Martin Niemöller. Here it is. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. I think we should all say together, never again, we will not stand idly by when atrocities are being carried out anywhere in the world on any human beings. If we would all learn to live our lives without hate and not let others hate, we could stop anything like this from ever happening again, like it has happened in World War II. Since World War II. In Biafra, Cambodia, Sudan, Rwanda, Siberia, Bosnia, Sierra Leone. Unfortunately, the list goes on and on. I thank you for listening.
Mr. Hersh's habit to take questions from such a large audience, but I think that he would welcome if anyone wanted to come up and thank him. Is that right? Afterwards, anything else? That's okay? Yeah. All right. I know some of you are going to go into the next service, but please join me in thanking Albert Hersh one more time.
Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you get something out of my speech. This is what it was, and I hope it'll never happen.